Okay, we're going to shift focus now to Maharashtra, where finally the cabinet expansion and the portfolio distribution has taken place. This is the information which has been given to us from my colleague Vinaya Deshpande from Mumbai. A quick recap: Devendra Fadnavis remains the deputy CM, and he gets home and the finance ministry. Urban development is with the chief minister Eknath Shinde. Abdul Sattar gets agriculture, and Deepak Kesarkar gets school education. Herman is now joining us from Mumbai. Herman, if you could just break down for us the significance of the distribution of the portfolio.
Well, yes, it seems that, Pallavi, as far as the distribution of portfolios is concerned, that there is a proper and, a certain balance to be maintained between the Deputy Chief Minister, Devendra Fadnavis of the BJP, as well as the Chief Minister, Eknath Shinde of the Shiv Sena. Because the coveted positions of home, we do know that in every state, it's a very sensitive and an important portfolio, but that has now been given to Mr. Devendra Fadnavis. When he was the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, that was a portfolio that he had. He also has been given the finance portfolio. So two coveted important portfolios that have been given to him. Eknath Shinde, on the other hand, has got urban development. Another key in the past we've seen in Maharashtra politics, urban development is a portfolio that was always usually given to the Chief Minister. But during the tenure of the Mahavikas Aghadi government, for example, that was a portfolio that was given to Mr. Eknath Shinde when he was not even the Chief Minister. So that is an important portfolio besides the PWD that he has managed to get. Besides that, Abdul Sattar, another minority face from the Shiv Sena, has got the agriculture. The spokesperson who's been for the faction and the MLA Deepak Kesarkar from the Eknath Shinde camp has got the school education, which was previously held by Varsha Gaikwad of the Congress. But another key point takeaway in this entire allocation of portfolios, Pallavi, is that of tourism, which has now been given to the environment portfolio, I beg your pardon, that has been given to Mr. Eknath Shinde. Previously, it was represented by Aditya Thakre of the Shiv Sena. So yes, if one looks at it, there is a pretty balance. Now, for a long time, almost for several weeks running now, we've been seeing, Pallavi, enormous number of tweets coming in from the Congress, from the NCP, as well as members from the Uddhav Thackeray faction, saying that why was there a delay? We've seen multiple trips of Devendra Fadnavis as well as Eknath Shinde to Delhi. Hectic negotiations. The last time when there was, after the oath taking had taken place, when the ministers met for a meeting, several of the senior IS officers were kept out of that particular meeting. So a lot of discussion, hectic discussion. But if one looks at it clearly, it seems that the plump portfolios have gone to Devendra Fadnavis, who's the Deputy Chief Minister, while urban development has been retained by Eknath Shinde once again. So some sort of, while sensitive issue portfolios have gone to Devendra Fadnavis, this is more seen as a balance because when he was appointed, when he was declared to be the Deputy Chief Minister's position, there were certain hiccups coming in from the BJP saying that this was rather being seen as a demotion. But currently with him getting, I beg your pardon, once again, the home portfolio, an important portfolio in any state, clearly it is going to be being seen as a balance between the Eknath Shinde faction of the Shiv Sena as well as Devendra Fadnavis of the BJP.
Herman, it's interesting that Devendra Fadnavis gets home. And why I'm asking this is it's also been a controversial portfolio because of his predecessors. Do you see a careful political thought behind it? Because obviously the BJP must have also pushed and insisted that this home portfolio goes to them along with finance.
Well, yes. In fact, as rightly put, I would say, Pallavi, because we've seen how, in any state, home is an extremely sensitive portfolio. In terms of when he was the Chief Minister, Devendra Fadnavis, during his regime with the Shiv Sena as well as the BJP, that was a portfolio that he has managed to retain. The official explanation on the face of it might come that he has the experience of it, having held that portfolio previously. But this time around, he's being given, it was seen as a demotion when he was appointed and declared as the Deputy Chief Minister. It was expected because the Shiv Sena, that is the Uddhav Thackeray's faction, was stating that this was rather being seen as Eknath Shinde's government but being controlled by Devendra Fadnavis. So this is definitely going to give a lot of fodder to the opposition, which will say that here you have here with Eknath Shinde definitely being as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, but him not getting the sensitive and important portfolios. Are we going to look at several probably cases being relooked once again? that were probably registered. Once again, one cannot rule out that possibility, Pallavi, but we do know, as you are rightly saying, this was being seen as to placate Devendra Fadnavis as well as his camp that had been saying that here he is a senior leader, someone who's been the chief minister and the tallest leader arguably here in Maharashtra as far as the BJP is concerned, and him having been given a point, as the deputy chief minister. So rather to placate him and insensitive, with this sort of an allocation, one could even look at a revisit to previous cases.
Yeah, absolutely bang on, Herman. Behind the portfolio distribution, there's always deep politics behind it. But thank you so much for breaking those details down for us. I'm going to shift